my name is Nicholas Sapola, and I did my Summer 1 internship at Boca Raton Regional Hospital. Some of my duties there consist of creating an RFP and cleaning out their fixed asset system, to name a few. Now let's go over to talk to my manager during my internship, Jeannie Weiner.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Weiner. I'm the Assistant Controller here at Boca Raton Regional Hospital. This past summer 2014, Nick Sapola has spent the last 4 weeks here working with us. We worked on a couple specific projects. One of them is our fixed asset disposal project, and the other one is a credit card RFP project. So he has spent a few weeks getting to know our operations and how we process credit cards here so that we can turn around and put out for bid our credit card processing and hopefully come back and get reduced fees and help the organization financially. And then the other thing that he's been working on is our fixed asset disposal process. We have some assets in our fixed asset system that have been fully depreciated for a number of years, and he has helped work to identify in a file those assets that need to be disposed of, and so then that way we can reduce our average age of plant and help our financial indicators to be more in line with what our credit agencies, Fitch and S&P, are looking for when they're evaluating us from an organization as a whole. So those are the two main things that he's helped us with, a bunch of other little things as well, but overall I think he had a good experience with his internship and enjoyed his time here.
This picture shows the paperwork that I had to go through in order to create my RFP. This paperwork was initially organized by alphabetical order and by month. The paperwork consisted of each department's list of fees and charges for that month. For those who don't know, an RFP is a request for proposal form. This video shows me working on my RFP. It wound up being 21 pages long. Most of the information for the RFP not only came from paperwork, but came from multiple meetings with the different department heads throughout the hospital. While meeting with the different department heads, we had to find out if they were using Magtech readers, terminals, and how many of them there were, and if they were using a zip code, address, CVV code, and order number while inputting credit card information, to name a few. The reason we had to find this information out was so that we didn't get charged too many fees while inputting information. This desk is the area that I was working at throughout my internship. This video shows me working on the fixed asset system. What I had to do was I had to clean it up. So I would go through, figure out which fixed assets had a net book value of 0 and have fully depreciated, and I would highlight them in yellow if it seemed like we can get rid of them, and I would highlight them in orange if it seemed like we could get rid of them, but I wasn't sure if it was still being used at the hospital. After highlighting certain fixed assets in orange, I would email people to figure out if they were still being used at the hospital. If they were still being used, I would make sure that it wasn't highlighted at all. If it wasn't still being used, I would highlight in yellow. My goal was to get rid of approximately $50 million worth of fixed assets. The reason why is because we wanted the average age of plant to decrease. By having the average age of plant decrease, it would increase the Fitch ratings on the bond investing. By getting rid of the $50 million worth of fixed assets, this would have caused the Fitch rating to go from a triple B minus to a triple B, which would look great for the hospital. My experience at Boca Raton Regional Hospital has been incredible. Not only did I meet a lot of great people from Jamie, Jeannie, Amy, Tina, Karen, Marcy, but I also learned a lot. I learned how to create an RFP, I learned how to write a memo properly, and I also got to deal with fixed assets. I highly recommend this internship to anybody.